Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. We are from the Group 22 of International Program. My name is Evigo Smaradeva Atalameswara.
My name is Sandi Tiala Rope Sutanto.
My name is Ayas Kalena Pudit.
My name is Alif Putralika.
And here we are going to explain our project about the water tank level indicator. So next. So the main idea is basically we see about the pandemic era where people may pet an animal or collecting aquatic marine life. So we consider the hobbies of people in which they in here the aquatic stuff. So we consider the necessity to have indicator in order to monitor the flow of water in a water tank. So basically the main idea is if you have an aquarium, our device is applicable to detect the level of the height of the water in the aquarium. So it will display various indicators of in the device. Next. Also in the description, we basically from what I explained before, from the pandemic era we consider the hobbies of the people, and in this device we apply various appliances such as BGT, OP-IMP, and diodes. BGT is applied for switching, OP-IMP is applied for controlling amplifying voltage, and the diode is applied for maintaining the voltage level, voltage regulator. And also we observe the data from the aquarium, like its heights, and we consider the positioning of the sensor to be in a three-level indicator. So the first indicator is the yellow LED lights, and the second one is the red LED lights, and the third one the red LED lights with the application of buzzer. In the buzzer, we use OP-IMP and BGT and diode. For the rest of the circuit, we use BGT. For the device, we consider the tank as the total height. So we consider the three devices in three different places in the upper half of the tank. So if the tank is presumably the tank is 45 centimeter, the height of the half height is the 22.5 centimeter in the upper half. So we put three devices in the upper half of the.
Okay, so I'm going to explain about the materials that are used in our project. So first, we utilizes about 9 resistors in our project. These resistors resistance varies from 100 into 10 kilo ohms depending on the circumstances. We also use Zener diodes. So Zener diodes itself basically is a special type of diode that are designed to allow current to flow backwards when the threshold voltage is reached. And then we also have 3 NPN BGTs in which a single BGT represents each depth of the water tank. So yeah, BGT itself basically acts as a switch with a low current level. We also have 3 switches that represents each level of the water. We also use 1 operational amplifier for basically it is used to ring on the buzzer. We also use 1 buzzer in order to alert the user when the height of the water is at its peak or maximum. And then we have 3 LEDs. So yeah, there's an error in here. It should be 2 red LEDs and 1 yellow LED. And then we also use a silicon diode that is used to make sure the current that flows from the output of the op-amp is positive. We also use AC voltage source, transformers, diode rectifier bridge, which is used basically as an adapter. We also use 2 capacitors, 7 voltmeters, and 1 ground. Okay, so here I'm going to briefly explain about the adapter of the circuit. So wait. So first here we have an AC source. The amplitude is 330. From where we obtain this number, it's basically from 220 times the square root of 2. So this AC source also contains 50 Hertz of frequency. So now the AC voltage that flows is then connected into the transformer. Basically this is a step-down transformer with a turns ratio of 22. And then we move on into the full wave rectifier. So basically I can demonstrate an AC current to be like this. So yeah, it has a positive peak and it also has a negative peak. The function of the rectifier, the full wave rectifier itself, is basically making sure that the peak is always stays on the positive side. So the output would be like this. Yeah, it is all positive. And then we also have two capacitors that is basically used to straighten the AC voltage level. So from this like mountainous voltage level into like more or less like this. So yeah, it rectifies the voltage level. And as you can see from the input of 220 volts, we can obtain the output voltage to be equal 12 volt. So why we use this adapter circuit? Because so it is integrated in our circuit, thus we don't need to buy an external adapter, for example.
Okay, now I will explain about the op-amp. So here, as you can see, there is an op-amp, an operational amplifier. So what this op-amp does is, when the water reaches a certain level, there will be a voltage that flows through the non-inverting terminal. So when there is a voltage in the non-inverting terminal, there will be a difference that is significant enough in order for the op-amp to generate an output. So there will be an output that can be used to power up the buzzer and other loads. So there is also here a resistor. So the resistor here, and so these resistors they act to control the voltage, so that there will be a difference in the terminal, the voltage in the terminal of the op-amp. Because if the voltage in both terminal is not different enough, or there is no significant difference, there will be no generated voltage here in the output. And then we also use a bipolar junction transistor. So in the collector part of the bipolar junction transistor, there will be a positive voltage, and then when the op-amp generated a voltage, the voltage will go to the base of the BGT, and then this BGT will go into the active region. So in active region, the BGT will flow the current, will let a negative voltage here, and then the LED and other loads can be turned on. So this BGT acts like a switch in this circuit.
Okay, next. It's for diode, and diode D1 is located in the output of AM. It used to make sure that the current that flow in the output is positive. If it's negative, it will break the circuit. As for Zener diode D2, it is a special diode that designed to allow current to flow back if a certain set reverse voltage. That's it can be used as voltage regulator.
So the next one, basically from all the appliances such as diodes or BGT and OP-IMP, we applied low power system, low power device. So we consider the water as a main resource in this device. So we applied low power devices in this circuit. In the diode, it's preventing reverse polarity occurrences, protecting device, and ground regulators. Where the BGT is also used to apply switch with a low current level. Here, as you can see from the datasheet of the BGT, we learned about the workings of the BGT itself as the low current in a low current system. So basically, all the device here is operate in a low power system. And also, we installed voltmeter here in accordance to the VCC and the VEE of each position. As you can see, we differ the colors of the circuit. The yellow one is obviously for the yellow LED, and the red one is for the red LED. And the large one here, the green one, as you can see, is, sorry, I forgot to annotate. So the green one is for the red LED and the buzzer. And the voltmeter is to explain the voltage level in the VCC of each BGT in the system. Like in the yellow one here, so here it's explained about the VEE of the red LED, the yellow LED, and here it's explaining about the VCC of the yellow LED and etc. Next.
Okay, so I'm going to briefly explain when for example the water level reaches the first level. So wait a minute. So the first level is illustrated in the dark blue color. So yeah, it's basically the shallowest depth, while the lightest blue color is the highest depth of the water. So as you can see, from here you can focus on the yellow wire. As you can see, when it is in the shallowest depth, basically the main working BGT is the Q3 BGT, which is right here. So when it is in closed loop, yeah, the current will flow, and thus turning this BGT into an active region, so that it will power up this yellow LED. And as you can see from the voltmeter output of this BGT, the VCC input is equal to plus 2.39 volts, while the VEE output is 2.34 volts. So yeah, when it reaches this level, which is the dark blue level, yeah, it will turn on this D5 or the yellow LED. So okay, now let's move on when it reaches the second level.
Okay, so now I will explain when the water reaches the second level, which in this case is indicated with the slightly lighter version of the blue. So as you can see here, the switch is closed, but the switch from the first one is still closed as well, and there will be a voltage a current that flows, and it will go to the base part of this BGT, which makes the BGT go into active region, which will generate a current in the emitter, and then the LED right here, the red LED, will be turned on. So when the second level is reached, the LED from the first one and the second one will both be turned on.
Okay, for the last one is the third level, which indicate by the lighter blue. Here also the same as before, it will trigger the yellow LED and red LED, but in addition, there's also red LED and buzzer that will generate sound when it reaches the third level. For further information, we will run the simulation in Proteus.
As you all see, this is our simulation for the water tank level. So at the first one, I shall allocate the switches as active or. So we first indicate the switch as there is no water, perhaps. So maybe we can delete this, but I think there's no time. So we open all the switch as like this. So we run, and as you can see, there is no LED that turns on, or the buzzer is not activated. If you can hear the sound, and I will start. So assume the water level is rising and it's nearing the half of the tank. So as you can see here, the switch is open. So we put basically the two switches in the upper half of the tank. Basically, the allocation of the switches is up to the user. They can put it in various places, but in our experiment, we allocate the switches in the upper half of the tank. So here, as you can see, the water is already in the upper half of the tank, and so we run the circuit. And you can see, as the perfect explanation by Ayas, the yellow LED is already activated. And for the I still play this animation. And with the second condition where the water is rising again, but this time it's higher, so the second switch is already activated. As Sandy explained before, this is the LED, right LED, and the yellow LED is activated. And for if the water is over, this is so let me activate it first, and I play again. So if you can hear the sound of the buzzer, there's a sound of the buzzer here. I may be pausing it. All the lights are active, so it indicates the water is already at the peak of the tank. So it's in danger of overflowing, and obviously this is not a water-saving method. So it's produce more water than you can imagine. So to prevent this device is obviously we plan the objective to prevent water wastage. So that is the Proteus simulation. So that is our presentation from Group 22. Hope you can learn from our devices and maybe apply it on your own. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.